everyone, this is the Lowrider Grind, and on this segment, so you want to build the Lowrider. Alright, let's talk about what it is on building a Lowrider. Yeah, there are a lot of horror stories. If you have a weak heart, you're going to give up. But this particular one right here, this 61 Impala convertible, I've been working on it for 13 years. Now, the reason it's 13 years is because a lot of the parts take a lot of time to do. At some points of the build, I had 4 companies working on the same thing, engraving. We'll get to that. It just takes a lot of time. Now, this car here has been blocked. That's why it's black. We're getting ready to do the last body work on it. We're going to take all this black off, and then we're going to see what kind of effects it has. It's ready to go. It's ready for paint. So there's so many things that go into building a lowrider. It takes a lot of time, a lot of patience, and an extreme amount of money. I think the game right now is so elevated that you must have a lot of money, and if you don't have a lot of money, then you're going to have to be patient. That's the other one. Key ingredient is patience and money. So those two play a key role in building one of these cars. So there's many things you can do to these particular cars. Graphics, paint, upholstery. We'll get to the engraving in a little bit, but my suggestion is if you're going to get into building these particular cars, have a lot of ample money, learn how to put it away, and be extremely patient, and look for guys and companies that actually deliver on what they say. That's the hardest part. I got parts right now that are behind schedule. We're not going to make SEMA that we wanted to go to in 2025, but it's not going to happen simply because there's a great workload in the lowrider field right now, especially in engraving. Their backload is tremendous. You just got to get your stuff in there. They put you on an assembly line. When your time comes up, they get your stuff done, and then that's just part of the story. That could take 2 or 3 months just for that, but just for the engraving. Once it comes back, then it goes to the chromer. There you go again. A couple of parts could take you half a year. That's why sometimes I had 4 companies doing engraving because it was just taking way too long. And the engraving took me about 4 years. And I'll show you where I'm at within 4 years of engraving. And basically I'm down to the last leg before I get into the hydraulics. Now when we get into the hydraulics, doing that particular setup, that also is going to go for engraving and chroming. So now we're going to start another phase of the hydraulics going to the engravers and to the chrome platers. So that's going to be a whole nother ball game. And right now we're almost to that phase, but we're into the upholstery phase. So most of all the interior has been done, it's been designed. Now we're going to go and do the upholstery. As soon as we get the last leg of the engraving done, then we're going to jump into the upholstery, then the hydraulics, and basically this car is ready to go for bodywork, its last bodywork, and painting and graphics. But I chose not to do any painting on it until I had my hydraulics and the interior done. A lot of guys paint their stuff and then they take it to the shops and they continue, but I just didn't want any nicks or scratches on this paint, so I'm willing to wait until I get my interior done and the hydraulic done. So right now I'm going to show you some of my engraving that took about 5 years to get done. It was a big process, a lot of time, but I got that done. So you want to build a lowrider? Let's go. Let me show you my engraving. Okay, let me take you to another area that is very time consuming, and that is your engraving. Well, you can see this table here is almost done. We're down to the small table here, and what we have left to go for the engraving for the last leg is just a few items, like maybe your speaker grills that's engraved, got to go to the chrome shop, and then we have some more grills that we're going to send over to the chrome shop. And then we have some custom, what do they call these things? Water bottle holders? You know what they are, right? So we made some custom water bottle holders for the rear seat. So those have to go to the engraver and get done. Behind me, you're going to see about 5 years worth of engraving, starting from right there all the way down We have engraving. Everything is engraved and ready to go to be put on the car. Since I'm doing a 61, we're doing all the side moldings, all that's here. That took a long while to do. That's it right there, but we have all the moldings ready to go. We got bumpers, stuff that goes into the motor, grill, just all kinds of knickknacks, everything that you can possibly think of, put in your car. It's all back here. So we're basically done with all of our engraving. This is the last leg, and then we go on to something bigger, better, which is either going to, well, I think we're going to go to the upholstery. I think that's the next step. We have everything done. We got all our custom CNC stitching for the upholstery. That was done over in, where was that done in? Oklahoma. We had them sent over there and they did a custom stitching for us. So that's done. It just got back. And we have some custom consoles that we did for the 61, so that's going to get upholstered. But this is about 5 years worth of work all behind me on engraving, and there was multiple guys working on it to try and speed the process along. But it takes a long while. So let me show you some other stuff that we did to the car that takes a little bit of time. Well, you all heard those horror stories about when you pull your car in somewhere and they tell you it's going to get done in such amount of time. This is one of the horror stories right here. It went to a upholstery shop. They were supposed to get it done. They kept on telling me, call me next week, it'll be done. Call me next week, we'll deliver it. Call me next week, until finally I said, I gotta go and pick this thing up. So I went and picked this thing up. This is a console that I designed for my 61 Impala. It was supposed to be all wrapped, it took them like 3 months and nothing happened other than this little piece here and this piece, but that's about it. This piece here goes here, and then it's going to light up. It has LED lighting on there. But you run into a lot of people that claim they can do things for you, and sometimes you have to make a decision to pull your stuff out of there and go look for a reputable company. This company was recommended to me, but they really didn't do what they were supposed to do. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other things that happen when you're building these cars, so sometimes this is one of the things where patience has to come in. You can get mad, or you can just pull your thing out and go and find another company, and you just have to be patient, and you got to go look for them, because they're out there, but it takes a little time to find a good upholsterer that's going to do a good job for you. But this is my little console. It's a 3-switch console. It's going to have front, back, and then a pancake for this one. The pancake is going to go strictly up, but I'm not going to pancake it down because it's all custom under that chrome and stuff like that. But yeah, if you have a horror story, bring it in. Let us know what it is so we can avoid that particular shop. You know what I mean? And let us know who's doing some good work out there, and we'll follow them. Well, this is it for right now. I'm going to give you some still shots of what I've done over here so you can take a look at it. And this is all I have for now from the Lowrider Grind. Is, do the best you can, find the best people that you can, reputable, and again, patience and money, but most patience is what you're going to need to build these cars, especially now. So, the Lowrider Grind signing out. Have a great day, and we'll see you at SEMA 2025.